Hey there, everybody. I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. It is Saturday evening. We're heading into the final day of November. It is hard to believe. And I want to go through some highlights of the day to get you going. The big story of your Sunday is going to be cold and clear. Those are the two words of the day, cold and clear, especially for Sunday morning. Monday, we have a couple increasing showers as we head into our evening hours. We'll track that in a moment. And then I also want to point out snow, I know, is the big focus right now. We got a great dumping this last week, right ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Unfortunately, we're not looking at big snow chances for this week. We do have some minor chances, which we'll walk you through with those increasing showers, but we're not seeing snow levels dropping down too low, and we also don't have a lot of precipitation affiliated with this. We'll keep snow levels around 3,000 feet. We actually get down to about 2,500 feet as we bring this precipitation. So we'll get a little bit of snow, but not a ton. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first I do want to show you the big picture as we look at our 7-day forecast the next couple of days. For your Sunday, we're putting the sun in Sunday. It is going to be spectacular. Monday is when we have those showers that sneak in. Tuesday, some lingering showers in the morning, but overall Tuesday and Wednesday will be dry. And then Thursday into the end of the week is when we're going to bring back more rain chances. But we're not looking at very promising snow chances because we actually see temperatures warming up with that. You can see that with our highs for the lowlands. We're going to be warming back into the 50s. So a lot to unpack. Let's get to it. We are going to start with those precipitation chances. This is your Sunday, 11 a.m. here, looking beautiful. A brief period of high pressure builds over western Washington and the Pacific Northwest, and that is what's going to keep our skies clear during the day on Sunday. As we head into Monday, though, I want to show you the zoomed out version, and then we'll zoom it in, give you a little better forecast. But by Monday, we see a lot of moisture up north of western Washington, so it really is into British Columbia. And then it starts to drop down during the day. So this is Monday at 4 p.m. Couple showers are starting to sneak in, but same thing. A lot of it is going to stay up to the north of us, especially those colder snow chances. Then into late night on Monday, at that point we'll see some better chances for showers moving in, but a lot of it will be in our overnight hours, Monday night into Tuesday morning. We're starting to dry things out. So really it's a Monday night rainmaker. Let's take a closer look, zoom it in a little bit. Once again, Sunday, beautiful. Chef's kiss, soak it up, enjoy it. It's going to be so nice during the day on Sunday. It will be cold in the morning. We'll talk about those temperatures in a moment, but it will be clear during the day, and for that we are thankful. Anytime you can get a little bit of sunshine, especially this time of the year, definitely you want to soak it up while you can. Now let's get you into Monday morning. This is 6:30 a.m. here. A couple light showers are starting to sneak in, mostly to the northwest along the Olympic Peninsula through the Strait, and then also for our northern communities. At this point, snow levels will be around 2,500 feet, so we could see some mountain snow mostly for the North Cascades, but we really just don't have a lot of precipitation affiliated with this. That continues into the evening. This is 4:30 p.m. on Monday. Same thing, couple showers. You see some snow trying to fall over the North Cascades. It's rain for the lowlands, but it is very spotty in nature. Monday night starts. This is 11:30 on Monday night, so we're sneaking into Tuesday. At this point, this is going to be our best chance for rain for the first half of this upcoming week, and this is going to be the best chance for rain during this time frame right here. So not a ton of moisture affiliated with this. I would think a tenth, maybe 2/10 of an inch at best for rain totals. Snow totals, we're looking at 1 to maybe upwards of 3 inches of snow for our mountains above 2,500 feet. So that does include Snoqualmie Pass. So it's a little bit of snow. We'll definitely take what we can get, but just not a lot of precipitation with this. And then by Tuesday morning, at that point, we're going to dry things out, and most of the day on Tuesday will be cloudy, but we'll see conditions starting to clear. All right, now let's talk temperatures, especially because I know Sunday is a busy day across, especially the Seattle metro area. The Seattle Marathon is tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, and it is going to be cold. During those marathon hours in the morning, especially as you're getting lined up and starting that race, that's when we're going to be at our coldest point. Temperatures will be in those low to mid 30s at the coldest point of the day. Then we'll start to warm things up into our late morning hours, but still we're going to hang on to the 30s through a good chunk of the a.m. hours. And I want to put it into perspective for you. This is what we woke up to Saturday morning. So think about how it felt Saturday morning. If you walked outside and said, by golly, it's cold, it is going to be even colder on Sunday. So for Saturday morning, we did wake up to freezing temperatures in some cases. Shelton was right at freezing. Olympia, 31 degrees. Mount Vernon, smack dab on freezing, 32 degrees. But we were a couple degrees above freezing in places like Seattle, 38 degrees. Tacoma, 37 degrees. So yes, it was cold, but it was not as cold as what it is going to be on Sunday morning. This is what we're waking up to Sunday morning, right around freezing. Many areas dropping to that freezing or sub-freezing threshold. Bellingham at 31, Mount Vernon right around freezing, Shelton, Puyallup, Olympia, Chehalis below freezing, and we are just barely above freezing in places like Bremerton, Seattle, Everett, Port Angeles. So yes, it is going to be cold on Monday. The good news is it warms up a little bit, at least into the afternoon, just in time for that Seahawks-Vikings game. Of course, that home game if you're heading out to Lumen Field. Temperatures will be in the 40s. We're not looking at rain chances, so you don't need that rain protection. But what you do need is that cold protection because, yeah, it's better than the morning, but it's still going to be chilly, especially when you're sitting there for 3 hours straight. So you definitely are going to want to bundle up if you are heading out to the Seahawks game for your afternoon hours on Sunday. And by the way, I want to see what you're seeing, especially weather-wise. So if you're doing any of the above, running the marathon, going to the Seahawks game, maybe heading for the hills and going for a hike, take a photo. I want the sky in it, of course. Text it to us, 206-448-4545. Show me what the weather's doing in your world. Please be sure to include who took the photo, where, and when, but I want to see what you are seeing, and we'll show it on air. I also want to mention it is cold. It feels like winter, but we are still more than 3 weeks away, technically, from the start of winter. Of course, that winter solstice this year is December 21st here in the Seattle metro area. Our sunrise is just after 7. Our sunset is going to, the new season starts at 7 a.m. Our sunrise is just before 8 a.m. Our sunset is at 4:20 p.m. So that brings us to a whopping 8 hours and 25 minutes of daylight, the least amount of daylight of the entire year. And that is when we're going to start to increase our daylight after that. So December 22nd, we'll start to increase our daylight. But technically speaking, it is still fall right now for another 22 days. That winter season does not technically begin until December 21st. Speaking of seasons and things changing, Sunday's our final day of November. Hard to believe. I do want to take a quick walk down memory lane and talk about some precipitation. We've seen really good rain so far this month. This is the month of November for some of our major cities. Bellingham, you are up more than 1.5 inches above average for the month. SeaTac, we're very close to average. We're technically down, but just by even less than 0.2 of an inch of rain. Olympia is close to 1 inch above average. So really, rainfall totals for November have been good. Snow, not so much. We had that nice dumping this last week, but we need more snow than that. So unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of rain, but the cold conditions haven't quite settled in yet. So we're not seeing a lot of mountain snow yet. But as we look big picture, of course, all year long, if you've been watching us all year, you've heard us. We sound like a broken record, I know. All year long, we've said we're below average for rain, we're below average for rain. So it is so refreshing to see a month like November, which is our wettest month of the year, bring some nice rainfall totals. It's helping with our deficit, but we're still not out of the clear. Bellingham is close to 2 inches down from where we should be for the calendar year, so since January 1st. SeaTac is 7.5 inches below normal. Olympia is more than 11 inches below normal. So yes, it was a wet November, and for that we are thankful. However, it's still 2025 will go down in history as a below average precipitation year. We do have a little bit that's heading our way into the end of the week, but like I said, we're seeing a lot of this precipitation fall on the warmer side of things, and we see that here at the end of the week. So we're looking at low 50s for the lowlands. Typically, unless we have an inversion in place, that does reflect into the mountains as well. So we'll keep an eye on snow potential into the weekend with this precipitation. But at this point, the next couple of days, our next best chance for snow is going to be Monday night into early Tuesday morning. Couple of inches are expected. Not great, but hey, we'll take what we can get. But I also want to remind everyone, Sunday, gorgeous sunshine. Enjoy it while you can because, yeah, the sun won't be necessarily dominating a ton this week. That was your extended forecast. Once again, King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti, thanks for sticking with me. We'll be back here tomorrow and, of course, stay with the King 5 weather team all weekend long.